Hi guys, Sussex EDC here, and today we're going to look at the Italian-made Fox baby core knife. If you like videos like this, please consider liking and subscribing, as it really helps support the channel and it's really gratefully appreciated. But let's get into this knife. So what we have here is my first flipper knife. This is a Jesper Voxnaes design. I believe he's a Danish designer. You may know him as the designer who designed knives such as the CRKT peeler, which is very common amongst knife collectors. This has FRN scales, which I believe stands for fiberglass reinforced nylon. These are really nice grippy scales. It's a form of plastic. This print that he's designed into them makes them really grippy if you have wet hands. It's a nice little design. It makes them very modern looking. It also has an anodized backspacer. This is orange anodized aluminium, which makes it just look very nice and modern. The steel of this is Bola N690CO. This isn't a super steel by any stretch of imagination, but it is a good mid-range steel. It keeps a good edge and it's easy to sharpen. So it's a pretty decent steel, and it's got a nice satin blade to it as well. You can see I've had this customized with some additional information there as well. This runs on ball bearings, which makes it very smooth to open, whether that's with the flip, as I've demonstrated, or whether you'd like to slow roll it out. Both options are there, but those ball bearings do make it very smooth to use. Has a nice wire clip, which can be swapped to the other side as well. It's a nice discreet design. And we have a liner lock here, as you can see, to one side. And while we're at it, let's just take a look, and we'll see that the blade is nicely centered too. So we'll look at the weight and length of this for the dimensions. Here we go. So we're looking at about 2.8 ounces and about 80 grams. So very light. And then we'll take a look at some of the measurements for you. Get that lined up. So we're looking at about 14 centimeters, about 5.5 inches total length. We have a blade length of about 2.5 inches, just over 6 centimeters, and a handle length of about 3.25 inches, about 8.5 centimeters. So you can see it's a very small knife. It fits easily into the pocket, and it'll be very discreet. What I'll also show for you is how this will look in a pair of jeans. So first of all, we'll put it into the fifth pocket, and as you can see, very discreet, just a tip there. Tucks away nicely. And we'll look at it with the pocket clip. It's quite a nice deep carry pocket clip there. So it's very discreet, just the top will peek out. And with it being wire rather than a solid piece of metal, again, it's very discreet, so you won't really notice that at all. So what I'll also show for you is side by side with the CRKT peeler, just so you can sort of see that they have the same kind of design cues going through the blades there. Very similar designs, very similar shapes. Even in the handles, you can see they have very similar shapes. This is also echoed in the giant mouse nibbler, which is also designed by Jesper. I believe that's his company. And it's, you can see it has the same design cues. It's very non-threatening, which I like really in a knife. To me, they're quite, they're tools, they're utilitarian items. So we'll just have a quick look. Yeah, it's a nice little knife. I'll just give you just a very quick run through of the information again. So it's an Italian made company, designed by Jesper Voxnaes. It's FRN fiberglass reinforced nylon scales with an anodized backspacer, N690 steel. It runs on ball bearings, and it has a nice wire clip which can be swapped over. Runs on the liner lock, and it's just a nice, discreet, fun little knife. I kind of like this one. It's a quite a sporty looking knife. It's the best way I can describe it. It's very modern, obviously. So it's good for casual if you're wearing shorts or jeans. It's a nice knife to choose for that, for days out. It's still very utilitarian, which is why I like it. But it's non-threatening. It hasn't got a very pokey or stabby looking blade. It's very much a functional looking knife. There is a UK legal version of this too, which doesn't have the liner lock. It's a slip joint version. As I have previously mentioned, I do, not all of my knives, but I do tend to look for a liner lock, because if I am out and about and I end up doing a repair for somebody, or looking at a watch or a clock, just for my own safety and also to protect the item that I'm working on, I like something that locks out. If the blade closes down, I could damage the item I'm working on. But yeah, that's just a minor consideration for myself. It's very specific. But there is a UK legal version of this as well, without the flipper, and it's a slip joint, which is looks exactly the same. And it's a nice looking knife. So that's my overview for you guys. I hope you appreciated that, and I hope to see you all again soon. Thanks a lot.